Dan and welcome to the James Oliver Guitar Channel. This is vinyl video number 37, where I show different albums by bands and artists that inspire me and music that I like. So this is number 1 of 20 for today. This is NRBQ with Tap Dancing Bats. NRBQ, of course, are the new rhythm and blues quartet, Big Al Anderson, Johnny Bernardo, Tommy Ardolino, and Terry Adams, one of my favourite bands. And this is the album that they made on Demon Records, and there's some good stuff on this. Captain Lou, which is a song about Captain Lou Albino, the famous wrestling manager. Don't think of it, you got it. Tex, which is a great Al Anderson song. Trouble at the Hen House. You all know I like songs about farmyard animals. Pretty Thing, which is a really nice song. And I mean, it's hard to put NRBQ into a bracket with what are they? I'd say they're like sort of bluesy, rock and rolly, rockabilly, there's avant-garde jazz in there. It's a real mix of everything. They used to have a suggestion box on stage, and if one of the members knew a song in the suggestion box, they had to play it. They're a really cool band. They made loads of albums and they're still going today. So check out NRBQ if you already haven't. And now a Welsh album, because we always like to show the Welsh guys. Another one of my all-time favourite artists. This is Dave Edmonds with instrumental accompaniment, his album Twangin'. And there's lots of good stuff on this. He does a version of Singing the Blues, Almost Saturday Night, Baby Let's Playhouse, The Race Is On. What else is on here? I'm Only Human. It's a real great record. I mean, Edmonds is a fantastic guitar player, songwriter, producer as well. And this is his album, Twangin'. I'm just going to look who's playing on this. Mickey G on electric guitar. John David Williams, of course, from the studio. Barry Hill is on bass. And he's recorded in Rockfield. So there we are. Dave Edmonds with Twangin'. I don't really show greatest hits albums, but I'm going to show a greatest hits album today. And this is the best of the Beach Boys. Of course, everybody knows the Beach Boys. Wonderful vocal harmony, surf music, rock and roll. Brian Wilson, a true genius. And I mean, listen to the hits on this. Surfing USA, Surfing Safari, Fun, 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 I Get Around, California Girl, Sloop John B. My personal favourite, Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann, Help Me Rhonda. All these classic songs. I think my all-time favourite Beach Boys track, though, is She's Real Fine, my 409. And there's an album that they done with all guests on, and Junior Brown sings 409. Have a look at that on YouTube. It really is class. There's the Beach Boys. Up next, we got Leon Russell. This is a Leon Russell album, and A Stranger in Strangeland. Of Thee I Sing, the ballads of Mad Dogs and Englishmen, of course. He does Dylan's It Takes a Lot to Laugh, It Takes a Train to Cry. He does a great George Harrison song, Beware of Darkness. This is a really cool live album, and the Shelter People of the band, Don Preston on guitar, Chuck Blackwell on drums. Also features the Tulsa Tops, Jesse Davis on guitar, which is, of course, is Jesse Ed Davis, who played on all that Taj Mahal stuff, and we've spoke about Jesse Ed lots of times. And it's just it's a really good album. Leon Russell, keyboard player, sadly no longer with us, but worth checking out. And another compilation. This is New York Blues, featuring Champion Jack Dupree, Champion Jack Dupree, Brownie McGee, Sonny Terry. You've got Shake, Baby Shake by Jack Dupree, Daisy by Brownie McGee, Harmonica Hop by Sonny Terry. Always love Sonny Terry's harmonica tone and the whoops and woos that he does in the material. Stumbling Block Blues, Champion Jack Dupree. Shim Sham Shimmy by Champion Jack Dupree. This is on the Charlie R&B label, and there's some real cool stuff on the Charlie R&B label. Here's some British blues. This is the John Dummer Blues Band with the album Cabell. There's some good stuff on this. Tony McPhee features on this on guitar. Joanne Kelly, who we featured on the channel a lot. I Need Love, Just a Feeling. Sitting Down and Thinking, Hound Dog, Blue Guitar After Hours. Dave Kelly's also on this. We've shown the Dave Kelly solo album. John Leary on harmonica. Thumper Thompson on bass, and of course John Dummer on the drums. That's hard to say. It's on the Mercury label. This is quite a rare album that sort of comes under the sort of progressive blues, but it's definitely worth checking out. Up next is a classic album. This is Fleetwood Mac with Rumours. Absolute classic. Don't Stop, Second Hand News, Never Going Back Again, Dreams, Go Your Own Way, The Chain, Gold Dust Woman, Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham. There's nothing else to say about this album other than it's a real classic. Fantastic. Thought I'd show some Joni Mitchell today. This is the Lady of the Canyon album. For free, Lady of the Canyon, the arrangement. My personal favourite on this, Woodstock, which of course is the Steve Stills song, the Crosby, Stills and Nash then. Big Yellow Taxi's on this. Composed and arranged by Joni Mitchell. She plays in loads and loads of different tune-ins. Really, really talented lady. So that's Ladies of the Canyon by Joni Mitchell. Up next, a bit of guitar stuff. This is Chet Atkins with the Chet Atkins Guitar Workshop. There's some lovely stuff on this. Hot Mockingbird. Goofus is my favourite tune on this. A lovely tune called In a Little Spanish Town. It's just Chet Atkins doing what Chet Atkins does best. Wonderful guitar. And I love that single pickup Gretsch on the front there. I've always wanted one of them. And one day, you never know, I might get one. So that's the Chet Atkins Guitar Workshop. Some stunning blues harmonica here now by the James Cotton Blues Band. Taking care of business. James Cotton, of course, played with Muddy Waters. And he also recorded for Sun Records. He recorded Cotton Crop Blues. And he recorded a few other sides with the wonderful Pat Hale on guitar. And we all know that Pat Hale ended up murdering his wife and going to prison. And Muddy Waters, etc. used to go and visit him. But this is a 70s album by James Cotton. And Todd Rundgren is on this on guitar, which is quite interesting. Mike Bloomfield's also on guitar. We spoke about Mike Bloomfield a lot on these videos, you know, with his work with the Butterfield Blues Band and his solo records. Stuff on here like The Sky Is Falling, Long Distance Operator, which is a Bob Dylan song. Kitty Boy, which is written by Todd Rundgren. She Moves Me Again is a Muddy Waters song. He does a Mac Guitar Murphy track on here. Nose Open, he does a Georgia Swing. So Cotton just blowing a superb harp. And that's the James Cotton Blues Band on the Capitol Records label. Bit of rock stuff for you now. This is Blood Rock, self-titled, sort of a heavy psychedelic sort of band, a little bit progressive. Gotta Find a Way, Fatback, Timepiece, A Wicked Truth, Melvin Laid an Egg, that's more the progressive side. But this is also on the Capitol label, so it goes to show that the multi-genres, the Capitol would release a Frank Sinatra album, a James Cotton album, and a Blood Rock album. But if you like your fuzzy guitars, it's quite heavy, definitely check out Blood Rock. Another live album, this is Fats Domino, the wonderful Fats Domino live in New York. Superb singer-piano player, Blue Monday. Hank Williams is You Win Again. There's a lovely instrumental of Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Real Dr. John vibe to that. He does I'm Walking, My Blue Heaven. Deep in the Heart of Texas, which is one of my favourite songs of all time. Walking to New Orleans is probably my favourite Fats Domino song, and there's a real cool clip on YouTube of Neil Young and Jerry Lee Lewis doing Walking to New Orleans, so that's definitely worth checking out. So that's Fats Domino live in New York. Up next, a bit more instrumental guitar. This is Dwayne Eddy, Dance with the Guitar Man, the wonderful Dwayne Eddy, of course, of Peter Gunn fame. Dance with the Guitar Man, The Scrape, The New Hully Gully, Popeye, The Spanish Twist, Loco Locomotion, a lovely tune called Waltz of the Wind, He's still going, there he is with his Dwayne Eddy signature gold guitar. Dance with the Guitar Man. Wonderful Dwayne Eddy. Bit of 80s blues for you. This is the Mighty House Rockers with Fine Looking Woman. Sort of jump blues sort of stuff. Some good stuff on this. Fine Looking Woman, Blues Man Boogie, Party Time, House Rockin' Blues, She's My Baby, Alcohol Please, Just Because, Drinking and Thinking. It's from the 80s. It's on the Red Lightning label. Ricky Cool guests on harmonica. I think it's the same Ricky Cool that does Rockabilly now, but I might be wrong. And it's just good blues in the vein of like Mick Pinney and people like that. And that's the Mighty House Rockers on the Red Lightning label. There's some good Billy Boy Arnold stuff as well on the Red Lightning label. Now here's a punk album. This is the Sex Pistols with Nevermind the Bollocks. Real cool punk album, of course. No Feeling, New York, Lion Anarchy in the UK. Classic punk, really, what can you say? Johnny Rotten. And, you know, it might be featured in everybody's lists of great records, but it is truly a great record. And I don't need to explain much about Nevermind the Bollocks, but the Sex Pistols. And from the Sex Pistols, on to Joe Ely, one of my favourite singer-songwriters. Whatever Happened to Maria? Mardi Gras Waltz, Johnny's Blues. Honky Tonk Masquerade, of course. Famous track there. Time for Travelling. Jesse Guitar Taylor on this. His solo albums are worth checking out as well. Crowded Train. It was recorded in 1970. It was originally released in 1977 under the self-titled Joe Ely name, and it was stuff recorded in 78, 77, 78 and 79. So it's a compilation really of early Joe Ely stuff, but it's a good introduction to early Joe Ely stuff. Bit of George Thorogood. This is a Bad to the Bone album. George Thorogood, real good live entertainer. Bad to the Bone, of course, a famous track. Chuck Berry's No Particular Place to Go. He does a new version of Johnny Hooker's Boogie Chillin', Nobody But Me, It's a Sin. Always enjoy Thorogood. Good upbeat, rockin' blues, great to dance to, great entertainment. George Thorogood. Up next, this is Richard and Linda Thompson, Pour Down Like Silver. One of my favourite songwriters, amazing acoustic guitar player, amazing songwriter. There's some lovely stuff on here. Jet Plane in the Rocking Chair, probably the famous one. Streets of Paradise. The Poor Boy Is Taken Away. Beat the Retreat. He's still doing some of these songs today. I've seen him do Jet Plane in the Rocking Chair and Beaten Retreat. And this, of course, is on the Island label. This is a later press. But still a great album of Richard Thompson and his wife Linda. Only a couple more. This is Johnny Winter with the Third Degree. There he is on the front with his national. Excuse me. Mojo Boogie. Love Like Money, Evil on My Mind, I'm Good. A storming version of Elmo James' Shake Your Money Maker. Broken Lonely. It's Johnny playing as a trio. Dr. John is guesting on this, which is super cool, because, you know, Dr. John is super cool. And Johnny Winter says, I really like this record. And it's on the Alligator label. Of course, we spoke about Alligator loads of times. James Cotton later went on to record with Alligator, and I've shown Roy Buchanan albums on Alligator as well. So there's the Third Degree. And last but not least, this came out for Record Store Day a couple of years ago. This is Command Accordion, The Lost Planet, Amen. Of course, featuring one of my favourite ever guitar players, Bill Kirchin. And this is a live album, and there's some cracking stuff on this. Two Triple Cheese, Down to Seeds and Stems again. The Merle Travis Stormer, Smoke That Cigarette, Chuck Berry's Let It Rock, 7 Nights to Rock. This is a real cool album. George Frayne, who is of course the commander, Bill Kirchin, Stephen Fisher on pedal steel, Stephen Scott McKay on saxophone, Douglas Kilmer on bass, and Anthony Carl Johnson on drums. A Record Store Day release from a few years ago, which is definitely worth checking out. So there you have it. There's another 20 albums, episode 37. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you all again next week for vinyl video number 38. Cheers.